man, even before this expansion, this game technically had the distinction of having the largest soundtrack of any video game. And yeah, I think like, well, we just added like 7 new songs to that.
Ooh, we're probably gonna get some spicy Alex music remixes in Savage or in Ultimate. Huh?
Probably.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and it's all timed. It's all timed with the fucking fight too.
They could have you do like the Alex version, the hokey pokey.
The original headbanging song.
You'll be going to the bathroom.
Are we in Party Finder for another person?
I was waiting until people had it unlocked, but we can start recruiting now.
I missed that healer already.
He is fun.
I like that we one-shot Titan though. That's nice. We were super cooking on DPS though.
Yeah, 67.
We were pushing some buttons.
Are you saying you do more DPS than your brother?
Yeah, I mean, I used to give him shit all the time because he wasn't top of the bars.
You're why he left.
Yeah, if that helps you guys sleep at night.
No, I think it was me. I don't think he liked my voice.
I think he just genuinely didn't like the format of MMO rating.
Yeah, I mean, he had a laundry list of issues, but whatever. Not my monkey, not my circus.
It was EOS.
I could believe that.
So I can't post the logs, but can it collect? It's still collecting the data. I just want to know if Bard is worth it.
Well, it's hard to tell because there were deaths.
Sure.
But overall DPS, you had 10.9.
Like my DPS is going to go down, period. But I want to know if the benefit to everybody else is worse.
Oh, that's hard to tell.
Maybe look at just the first phase, because that way you can compare her DPS in the first phase on Machinist versus. Or look at the raids DPS, I guess, if you can.
Look. You can also you can use somebody who is a good measuring stick as an example, right? Like Carrot.
Sure. Well, his rotation.
No.
So
Like,
no.
I got to be fucking buffed.
Tylee's the only person whose rotation didn't change.
Do you know how much?
No, but probably at least 1,000, 1.5 DPS.
Summoner's got
like
juiced.
like 5%.
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Like that's why I want to. That's why I want to see these logs. Like until we get uploads and I can compare them to previous weeks, it's really hard for me to tell what the actual rotational change. Like, because I don't have a dry target dummy parse or anything like that.
Well, Warrior and Gunbreaker didn't change.
Yeah, these seem arbitrary without any sort of context.
What are you talking about? Warrior changed so much. Vengeance is on a 15-second cooldown, or 15 seconds now instead of 10. That's like 2 more hits.
Cam, you tank for like a minute and a half in that fight.
Well, if I could use Vengeance more, I would tank more.
What's going on?
That's the first phase DPS numbers for. So it's hard to do raid total, right? Oh no.
Well, it tells you the total.
Just take Tam. Tam's a good measuring stick.
There's a lot more than 8 people listed there. I don't know what numbers those are.
Well, maybe for the first phase. For the
Yeah.
overall fight,
Well, first phase.
I died.
Right. So just
Yeah.
first phase.
First phase, starting at 15,822, it goes down the list.
Okay, which one's
So I
Tam?
was at 80,
You were 8475.
84.75.
I can pull up last week's purse.
Both Tam and I are fairly consistent, so in the first phase anyway. There are
Math is hard.
I can lose a GCD or two though, depending on when we pull or whether or not I get the yellow or orange for each of the tank mechanics or boss mechanics. So I guess it's not perfectly consistent.
I mean, in order for me to do like max DPS, I would need to be able to use Vengeance all the time on cooldown. And be main tank.
Yeah, you use Vengeance as a DPS cooldown.
Too bad most of the bosses have like 1 or 2 GCDs, then they cast. 1 or 2 GCDs cast. They just need to be doing auto attacks all the time.
There's no actual reason why I would want to be tank, so if you want a tank, we can switch that. I can just shirk you after the first phase.
I don't know if the second phase, if those work.
There's still auto attacks.
They're auto attacks, but I don't know if they count as physical.
I can't remember the last time auto attacks haven't been physical. I don't know if they've ever done it.
And then I would need to find like which parts of the fight I can use, like get the most damage out of Vengeance.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I can pop a bunch of other cooldowns instead of Nebula. If I needed to. I usually just use Nebula because it's one button, but
So I might have to stop using Vengeance on the first hit.
well, just instead of for the tank busters. Oh, you mean for the
For the tank
stone
buster.
pressure?
Yeah. Because if I use it right there, I'll get maybe four hits out of it. I know I'll get the 3 from the attack, but I don't know if I'll get the 1 afterward. Because he does that cast and he doesn't do an auto attack for like 4 seconds afterwards.
So it doesn't look like you're doing less DPS on Bard. But it doesn't seem like it's doing that much overall either.
So, if the DPS is the same between Bard and Machinist, then you would just bring Bard because it buffs the rest of the raid, right? Does Machinist do any raid stuff?
That's just the first.
Just the first phase.
Okay, because overall, Garrett said I wasn't like at.
Was that last week's?
Sounded.
Yeah, overall we were way lower, but we had a bunch of deaths.
Sure.
This was
Okay.
This was one of. This was not our clear actually. This was just like one of our pulls, where no one died on the first section. Here's another one. Nope, someone died. Oh no, it was just placeholder.
Ouch.
Just placeholder.
Well, it was last week, and I was playing on White Mage, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, that's who
Well,
died
no.
this week.
Whenever you die, I lose DPS.
No, this was at the end for sure. This is one of the times.
No. Placeholder needs to compare his black mage damage to his white mage damage.
Yeah, that'll make me feel good.
We'll just, adjust what our expectations, and next week we'll expect the same improvement.
I have to say the dying options for the spear kind of suck.
Who got the coffer last week?
Midori?
Oh, are you using a?
But I popped it on my. But I popped it on my machinist. I didn't pop it on. I didn't use it on my bard.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my
so
bard's
the-
got a 460 weapon.
So you sometimes do more damage on your machinist, but it's not a big number. But at the same time, it doesn't. But is it only affects magic, or does it also affect melee?
What?
Bard buffs.
It
It's
affect
everything,
everybody.
yeah.
Everybody went a 30 Yelm.
What's it actually do? Can you just read it?
I don't have bard leveled yet.
Mage's Ballad now increases damage 1%.
Just 1% to everybody?
Yep. Paeon increases direct hit rate by 3%, and Minuet increases crit rate by 2%. I also have Battle Voice. Is crit. That increases. I can't do this. Increases direct hit by 20%.
Okay.
I think that might just be you.
That's up every 3. What?
Those are going to be maybe a percent in raid DPS.
Yeah. No,
Overall, like for the whole fight.
Yeah, it's almost exactly 1.
So we're not going to be able to see it in these numbers because our variance is higher than 1%.
Well, you can kind of, if you squint real hard, right? So if you look at, just look at like the DPS for the higher tank on the second pull, 8,400, and then both tanks this week are 8,475 and 8,565, which is about 150.
I don't think it matters right now because we're over geared for this fight. I just don't know if it matters in general or going forward or whatever. I also have Convalescence. Or my version of Convalescence that I can put on any.
That's wonderful. The healers will never notice.
I know, they never did. You were the only person who ever noticed when I put.
Pretty much just in select time. There's that one ultimate part.
Yeah.
Also, Convalescence is not affected, or doesn't affect abilities, and we very rarely cast on the tank.
It's nature's mini. I'm sorry, it's not actually convalescence, and it increases HP recovery via healing actions. Right. Oh,
yeah.
Right, you guys don't do casting.
Yeah.
Doesn't that affect Eos?
That would only
affect
like
Eos?
pre.
It affects Eos, but Eos is garbage.
Eos heals for 3,000, so it doesn't actually do anything.
Eos heals for less than
Eos is the only one healing me, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It heals for less than a regen tick.
Eos and potions saved my life.
No trust.
Because I'd be dead if it weren't for Eos and potions. I don't know what you do. Trust is built upon.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Oh, a cutscene.
Should be the same cutscene.
Skip.
I mean, yes, it's the same cutscene.
Skip.
So,
it's
grammatically, isn't there not supposed to be an apostrophe S? Isn't it just supposed to be an apostrophe?
What?
Don't.
Oh, did they do an apostrophe S after an S? Yeah, that's a no go.
All right. How many people here are dressed up as 2B?
I think just me.
Want to?
Whoa! Look a little lower.
Just to.
Absolutely.
Midori has a dress on.
It's the actual aiming chest, though. It's not the 2B glamour.
Yeah, well, I got the tank chest, and I'm not on my tank.
There you go, Karen. I got you.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, place.
Look at it on the boy.
I was gonna say.
Don't judge me.
Placeholder was a drawer just a couple of seconds ago.
It took me 4 runs of Copied Factory to get it, thankfully.
That's nice. I did 5 and I didn't get it, so like.
Trust me.
4's.
I was not happy learning that it was a drop. And if anyone goes to the forums, I actually kind of blew up on the forum. And I wasn't like, I was happy for a second once I got it, but then there was like this just like, oh my god, the nightmare's finally over. So it was more like a relief that I wouldn't have to do it anymore.
That's the real reward.
But are you guys all like friends, or just like a random group of people who just decide to make a static?
Totally random.
I don't know any of these people.
Stop it.
Most of us have. Many of us have been playing together since Realm Reborn. Several of us know each other in person.
Oh, okay. So I'm the odd one out. I saw your party finder. It wasn't filling up, and I was like, well, I would like to try to continue to clear, but I was like, fuck it, I'll help some.
Oh, we're doing this.
Oh yeah, I know.
We're doing it blind.
So I just wonder what you guys will die multiple times. Because there are
maybe once or twice.
Oh yeah, you'll see. Because there are some mechanics that even I don't fully know, and I think I've seen.
It can't be harder than Ultimate Coil.
I wouldn't know, because I joined Mid-Heaven's Ward. I think it was Mid-Heaven's Ward. It was the Gears of Change pack. If anyone knows exactly which pack that is.
Oh, I was saying Ultimate Coil, which is
Oh yeah, I know of it. I just didn't like run it, and like I feel like because item levels are high.
Well, Ultimate Coil was Stormblood.
Oh wait,
we should
Ultimate
definitely
Coil.
Yeah,
Sprite spread again. Oh jeez, that hurts.
I told you you're gonna die.
This does not look like it's changed.
Yeah, that's not changed. The Grai does it.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes back and forth.
He's got double up.
Ouchies.
I just forgot I'm the healer. So
I think this is the tank buster.
Nice.
Yes, it is.
You probably need to provoke and do.
Oh yeah, that's two of them. Yes, that second one hit me for almost a million. Oh my god, that hurt.
I heard that your Holmgang is longer.
Oh.
I didn't know it was gonna do a second one.
Oh wow, that actually hit the. Huh.
Well, you got a debuff, right? So you probably would get another hit.
I didn't even look at the debuff.
Oh, we should probably get our 8 ways.
You can either like do.
Oh no, this is the dodging one.
Oh, dodging one. Okay.
And yeah, don't get too close to those because they explode.
I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you the tank thing, you can like do it with like you're gonna have to switch, but you can like invuln yourself and take 2 of them to the face. Especially as a warrior, since I have what is it, Benedict? Is it Benedict? Yeah, Benediction.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Konata. Okay. So there we go. These are our 8-way splits. Alright, so it looks like the doubles, by the way, if for when we see new mechanics, he does one thing, then he does the opposite. So, alright, let's learn something new.
I learned something new, which is don't use pots on this.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you guys are probably gonna have to leave at some point to repair you either, because it's one of those fights where it's like if you don't know the mechanics, it's probably gonna wipe you the first time it happens. I don't know how many fights are like, because this is like my first expansion I've been current to. So like every like Alexander or whatever, everything I've never been able to do that with most of the extremes after the fact. So I don't know how many fights have ever been like that, where it's like, yeah, if you don't know the mechanics, then,
Spread.
Oh, it's like flamethrowers.
Yeah.
He casts Ancient Double, which I think doubles every one of his abilities.
Yeah.
Each action executed will be immediately repeated. Now the question is if it's like actual flamethrowers or if it's like inverse flamethrowers. But it seems like this is actual flamethrowers.
Yeah, it's actual.
I heard about the flamethrower thing. I think that's an Omega thing. So,
Yeah,
because like it will like basically.
Ooh, what's this? I'm gonna stay over here.
How I get it behind it? Behind it.
No, there's
one in the middle too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw what you were supposed to do, maybe.
But I was gonna say,
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Really so the one in the middle is a cube, and you want to be on the corners of the cube.
sounds reasonable.
At least that's what it looked like to me, because it looked like there were 4 safe areas around.
The only thing I want to say about clever design is if you look at the floor, each of the circles, there's 8 of them.
Yeah, I mean this was known when the thing's on normal mode.
I know, but that I love how it's like. It's new to me, so.
Oh yeah, that's one of the recurring things in the boss design in this game. They've taken it to heart is put things on the floor to help you do the mechanic.
Okay, so yeah, I wasn't looking when people were calling out what the. So I was like, I'll just find whatever spot's not occupied. But yeah, I can do south.
Oh, also, grammatically, it is correct. If there's a noun that ends in an S, you then apostrophe S it.
Are you guys like debating grammar like that now?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is important.
Oh, geez. Oh, that wall fell a little too close. And I didn't. Yeah, it didn't help that I haven't done when I first started trying to do progression for this. I did not didn't do Hades normal in like forever because there's really no reason to.
Ooh, what's this one?
Get over here.
Oh, there's one missing there.
Oh, really? The rest of one person.
Oh, those are just explodey floaty.
I didn't realize there was one missing.
Broken Fade. Oh yeah,
This
This
one
is
can
the-
make people off. Yeah, this one can really catch you off
So-
guard if you don't have awareness.
Like, you find the first one that lands, and then you can just stand in that one for the rest of the thing.
Yep.
Nope, nope, nope. Multiples,
nope.
multiples falling.
Oh, in the middle. Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, and they have a pretty big radius, so you don't.
The radius is exactly the size of the circle on the floor.
Wait, am I done? Is it not this one?
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, that wasn't quite correct.
Okay. Back to the drawing boards on that one.
I didn't see any safe spot.
There has to
Spread,
be.
spread, spread.
Oh shit! No, the spread on Annex.
So on the spread, we're rotating clockwise after the first hit, right?
You don't. It doesn't matter where you go.
What?
Tell you guys stacked on each other.
It's not cascade. It's flamethrowers.
Tell you
Yeah,
guys stacked up.
yeah. Wherever you are standing when he starts to cast the first one is to I don't know if it's when he's casting it or once it's done casting. So to be safe, don't move when he's casting. And
Well,
the
he's
second one,
You
because you can't avoid the first one, but the second one it'll be cast in the same spot always. So once you see it flash the first time, once you see a safe spot, try to run your ass to it if you're not dead already.
That's flamethrower then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just need to make sure there's enough space between people so that someone doesn't get trapped between three of them.
Oh, if you get trapped between two, you're normally dead. Normally, anyway.
So hold on. Actually, no. There's one thing. All right. So the mechanic with the plates. So the plate was facing diagonally from northwest to southeast, and south.
There's always only going to be one safe spot, and you look at the center of the map, and whatever part is the glowy part, you want to be behind the glowy part of the middle. So there's
Okay,
only
well,
ever going to be
We're
one.
trying to figure this out blind. So I mean, I guess that answers it. So. All right. Well, then let's do it.
We got spoiled.
Well, I mean, technically it's still blind because you're just hearing about it.
No,
about
that's not what blind means.
it. Well, that's
We're
what
trying
blind... Blind to me was just... Because I normally don't join Discord stuff. And I can't... And I don't have time to type on, because I'm console.
It's fine, but blind typically means that we figure it out ourselves, in addition to not looking it up beforehand.
Do I just let Tam take that?
Too late.
Why would we do that again?
Why not? Safe spot is over there.
This phase seems awfully short.
Alright.
I mean, I felt the same. I mean, because their self-time they did not take it out. Oh, dude.
So it will be no more than two in a particular things. So, like these little triangles around the edge of the arena are the safest spots because they will only ever get hit by one.
Get out.
Is it?
I'm not in my right position for this shooting. Oof. We should have a market for
Yeah. I'll set one up in a second.
Can I have a raise, please?
I didn't even.
Anybody who can. Doesn't matter.
My swift cast was down.
Yeah.
My swift cast was down.
My Swiftcast isn't even on my bar.
Oh,
Wow.
What?
Here comes that boy.
Wait. Oh, it's tethers. Alright, I should go entertain.
Oh, gee. Those are fast.
Oh, that hurts a lot.
Oh my. Hey guys, remember Chrysalis?
Oh, God.
Oh.
Where's the tear? Where's the tear?
Guess we should assign position.
Except
what?
only the tanks took the comments in that because they hit too hard.
It hit me for a lot of deeps.
Let's check.
Also, I had a tether on me, one of those earth things. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
It seems like that was going to kill me.
200,000. That's probably not the greatest idea. Did anyone take one and survive?
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Okay, fine. Yeah, just take them. Yep. Good idea.
What do we want to do with the tethers? We bring them out to the outside, or bring them
I assume you want to point them outwards away from the people with the meteors.
the one that has you targeted, I guess. Just run away from that one.
Yeah, just don't point them towards anybody.
Okay.
Let's see what that does.
Also, when the meteor exploded, it was like a ring, like this big, like the circle ring big.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's just a ring wide.
Let's just get away from the person who's getting meteored.
No, the person's getting meteored.
Two people doing the meteors, just get away from them.
Was there more than one tether?
There's
Did
like
the
four
Yes.
of them.
Did the 4 DPS get them?
Probably.
I think it. I mean, I've never gotten one as a healer, so I assume it's a DPS thing.
You're just really lucky. Just
I mean,
done
I
40
could be,
times and.
Because there's like one that I'm not, I'm not going to spoil it, but I was like, oh, I think it's this, so I'll do that, and the person was like, no, it's random. And I was like, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, no, we've definitely had times where it's like I haven't gotten it like 10 times in a row, and then it's like, so we assume that it's one way, and then we're suddenly like, oh,
After the 50th death, you're
It's
like,
always left. It's always left.
Left.
Until it's done.
How many Lalafels are in this group?
Not enough.
I mean, Lalafel are kind of popular. They just would take them a lot. Okay. Although it's kind of hard to tell when people are like being actually malicious or when it's just like people playing around. It's like there are some people who really do not like Lalafel.
oh, you, Tam.
We do not suffer such fools.
Let me know before I do the XCOG. That's okay.
Oh crap.
Too slow.
And that's a dead parrot.
I'm pining for the fjords.
At least it wasn't a tank. When the tank goes down, you lost something valuable.
Whoa, there's a delay before those explode.
Oh yes.
They just chill on the ground.
Yeah, you don't want to. Oh no! Now there's a tank.
I run in too quick.
It can get unlucky because sometimes there will be three that will kind of descend at like.
The terrible thing is, you can't keep him in the center right there.
Nope.
I mean, he's pretty close to the center.
I mean, yeah, you can get close, but you still have to move far enough away where you will pull him away.
No, it's not guaranteed, but you gotta be like pixel perfect.
If he's in the middle, max melee will get hit by the middle one.
Oh crap. Oh crap.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Oh. Midori was trying to tell me I was in the wrong spot.
Can we try to turn him north there? I guess it doesn't matter if we're gonna do it boss relative.
No, it matters.
Oh crap.
This one's yours. Do you even get the debuff if you don't take damage?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's. There's that like what kind of what shape is that? Diamond? It's like a 4 diamonds or something.
Alright, here comes the next one.
It's probably range.
Yeah, we failed the DPS check, strangely.
Couldn't be because of people dying. That couldn't be the reason.
Just a couple of deaths. That's
I was
How
gonna
close can you
say,
get without falling?
just get a soundboard of
Ah, this circle.
what
Nice.
what was the guy's name who like leading up to Stormblood if you failed the mechanic he'd say sloppy?
The Griffin?
Yeah, whatever. Oh no, we're all too close.
It's not a failed the mechanic, he just says it.
Oh, he does? Oh, because there'd be times where I got caught with my pants down. And I thought that's why. Okay.
To be fair, if you do it in a pug group, just like in DF, somebody's always going to fail in mechanics. You'll never know what it's like when somebody to not fail it.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. I remember that used to be a big thing. People used to have that a lot.
Mechanics are for cars.
See, I've heard people say that in Eden that Titan will say that. Does he? Like, will he actually, like, a bubble will pop up? Because people have been saying that in that fight, he will say the cancer car when he transforms into the four-wheeler or whatever you want to call it. But I haven't seen that myself yet, so I don't know if they're just bullshitting. It's like, so I want to know if that was the translation team or if that was how it was supposed to be done.
I might just wait to the end of this phase.
Wow. You don't want to run around?
It's not that bad.
This phase sucks on Black Mage.
I thought you said Black Mage is the most mobile class.
There's not enough Xenos for this one.
See, there's like 3 of them. See, because it's been a while since I did the normal fight, does normal have these explosion parts?
Yes. Not like this. Yes, but not like this.
There's only one drop on each spot. There's not
like that.
D.
Yeah.
Really close.
I also didn't notice, it took me a couple runs doing this. Oh, crap. Oh. Woo. For some reason I thought because usually I'm a tank main, but for some reason I thought healing part of the content would be easy.
Tam, you weren't supposed to take that back there.
Okay, good.
That's better, I think.
Yeah, he's stabbing himself.
You only gotta get 10%.
Yeah. Yeah, if you fail it, he'll say something like unworthy something or other. Basically, because his whole thing is like, ooh, I'm gonna test your worthiness.
Alright, so those circles are still there. I didn't notice that before.
Oh,
Good.
they are. I didn't notice that. I'm too busy trying to heal people during this phase, because most of my groups always died.
Go for it. Oh,
Tam, you're supposed to start in the south.
Wow. That didn't go as planned.
So main tanks start north, off tanks start south.
How about this? It doesn't matter who's tanking, just always, like, Salenta is on A, Tam is on C.
That's fine.
My only concern with that is if it repeats later and we're like switching tanks. We're used to main tank off tank thing. I think it's good. It is important tank philosophy that you tank swap only when you have to, and you adjust.
Well, I was gonna say, because before I did this at all, I was busy trying to the Cottage Factory. So there's that like kind of like meteor after check where you have to stand with it. So I tried doing that here as a healer, and when I instantly died, I was like, let's try that.
Stop moving.
Oh crap. That's my bad, and I just got a wall of fell. That's hitting you with bad luck.
It's definitely not south.
Yep, because I'm too busy fucking talking, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you can just pick 2 spots there,
Okay.
and just walk back and forth between those 2 spots the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was doing too. It's pretty nice, actually.
I have 8.
He didn't even do his second attack.
He's got things on his mind. He's like, hold on, fam, gotta stab myself.
Well, he can't reach 0 before he phase transitions, or we kill him.
Anyway, get ready for the meteors. And point the tethers out, I guess.
I don't know if the... I don't even remember that first, whatever that is.
No, he does like dark 2 waves at us. Is that what it?
I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not. Huh.
That one's good. That's a spicy one.
Oh, I bet Quake 3 is based on how much HP he has left.
Oh, my dory.
I got the one at D.
So what
Heals Thornton, man.
You
have
mean
debuffs.
a therochemical research facility?
Make sure you attack the right one.
Oh yeah. How do you know?
If you're doing damage at all?
Oh, we get feathers. Ooh, he probably doesn't want 3.
Oh, I probably want the fire one because I have an ice debuff, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that would. Okay.
Oh, that hurts. What the heck?
So that switches our debuffs.
Oh yeah.
Like Bismarck?
Switch to Tam.
Make sure you switch targets so you can actually do damage.
Oh, I guess you can't get hit by the other one. Lol.
And they can't be near each other either. Yeah.
Yep.
You out here learning.
Down.
Well, at least you got the meteor part down.
Okay,
For the most part, anyway.
so I prefer the strategy of the tanks don't move and they just taunt to swap, as opposed to dragging them across. Like let them move to the tanks as opposed to having the tanks trade place.
Switch dance partners, everybody.
There are no partners here.
Oh yeah, that's funny. There's actually no dancers. I've seen so many dancers.
By the way, with the
Oh, guess who pulled? Oops.
Well. He's a little bit off center, please. That might work.
Don't worry about that. He goes back to center.
yeah, I can't reach him.
Oh, come on. It literally falls like a perfect order, just pop and it's doing it again.
I feel like I'm missing something with that phase. Like, there's got to be a better way to handle that.
Just find a corner, and then pick pick two little triangles that are next to each other, and then just like go 1, 2, 1, 2.
Spread.
No, I think I'm doing the most optimal thing I can do for a melee, but there might be a boss thing we can.
I mean, look, there's no reason why people aren't just stacked on top of each other, right?
It really just comes down to try to maneuver as best as you can, but if you have to move,
everyone can actually be on the same spots. There's no reason for people to be spread out.
All right, well, okay, that didn't turn out to matter, but I was trying to communicate.
Oh, I can take all of them as long as we get them down.
I have a solution for Islenta as soon as we get back to when we want.
Yes, well, I also had one too, so.
Ooh, we can
I have
compare
one.
notes.
Mine's pretty easy.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Somebody needs to take it.
Well, all right.
So the tether hit me and gave me a debuff, and then the next meteor killed me.
Yeah, so if you have a tether, you need to make sure that you are pointing it towards the outside of the arena, but you also don't run it through a
Specifically not by the second or third meteors, because I had just gotten hit by the second meteor and was running to the third one. So you can point it at the first one, actually.
So what I would say is imagine that this is the north side. You start out right here, and then if the circle comes to land on this one, you just walk over here, and then as soon as that circle lands, you walk back to over here, and the boss can just stay essentially on C the whole time. So dodge, dodge,
I think I
dodge, dodge.
I mean, that works too.
I think I have a simpler one.
How can you get simpler than that?
Closer. Those.
Well, we should choose here instead.
Well, the problem is that this is on the overlap of two circles.
Just rotate it like a 16th.
Well, two circles don't explode at the same time, right?
Correct.
No.
But they will explode one after another. So it could be this circle exploding and this circle exploding right afterward.
I mean, Tam is correct. You can absolutely run in that time. I did it a bunch of times that turn, but it is kind of close.
I mean, if you want to, just try it and see what happens.
But you could just stay north the whole time, and just the number of times you only have to move if you're on the edge. This is the shortest distance that you have to move to dodge any circle.
You are correct. My main concern with that is that it's kind of pulling the boss really far. So getting him back to the middle might be a pain in the butt, depending on what he does. So I don't want to pull him too far if we can. I think if this 1-2 thing will be fine, it just pull him a little bit off the center, which should be okay for everything else.
I usually pull him north.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because you got to be outside of this ring in order to dodge the middle one. And then after the middle one goes off, you can just stay in the middle until it comes back.
Yep. So all of melee should be up there then. Well, all three of us. Instead of trying to run around the south side or something weird.
Yeah. The melee, all three of you. In fact, all the DPS could be in the same, dodging the same way.
Look, I don't want to stack with Pitos any more than he wants to stack with me.
That's cold.
Alright, I'm bored of this phase.
Oh boy.
I see.
Naturally.
Seems okay to me.
Oh crap. Ran in too early.
Oh crap. Yes, sir. Oh no.
I tried to cheat. It doesn't work like the rest of the skills in this game.
Spread.
Ah! Oh crap. Oh. Okay.
Bad faith indeed. What a dick.
I've got to switch cast in like 15 seconds.
Good luck, Tam.
I'm dead.
Oh.
Honestly, I should just DPS him to 10%, but nope, we're dead. If I had not stopped to res.
Yeah, I think the best strategy is to try to stand in the mid, to pull him where we did last time. That was good, and then just stand in the middle until you're forced to move. I think most you have to move out twice, and then back in.
I do have a question though. Is there really any fight that like there's not one phase like? Because I feel like the way they do these fights, there always has to be that one phase that's gonna fuck over a black mage.
You know they do that on purpose.
I mean, maybe
They definitely do it on purpose. They force everybody to deal with mechanics. They used to not be as good at it. There used to be parts of the fight where you could actually just like ignore things.
True. That brings me back to the days when I was trying for the Realm Reborn ponies. People were just like, Yeah, you can just ignore this. Just click the beat. Gosh, I feel. I was out. Oh, that's bull on my. Oh, that's bullshit. It didn't even show it touching my character on my screen.
D.
I ran in too soon.
Okay, crap. Yeah.
Well, whatever works.
Rescue me.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Okay, now another shadow thing.
Spread.
That's not south.
Carrot, how could you?
Go ahead and save spots.
Bullshit! The entire bottom was covered. It should be fine, probably.
Every time I look at his name, I want to say Carrot.
Just press your buttons real hard. Yeah, we're good.
It says my brethren are legion. There were only ever 3 of them.
Did you not pay attention to the story?
Well, okay, there were 3 pure.
He recreated all of them. Well, the ones that he liked.
I do have, like, because, like, here he appears as Gabrielis.
I just want to comment on the irony of Tam complaining about someone not paying attention.
Oh, we didn't make splits for this.
Should be your north-south splits from 1.
Oh no, tank down.
A lot of people down.
Okay, so let's say
Looks like tanks need to stay out for that.
Do tanks have a different marker? There was some sort of like water explosion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, tanks get a different marker than the stack.
Tanks go north and south. It's Kanata, Tyleet, and me on D, and the other 3 on B.
I missed that. Sorry. What
You are on B.
Okay.
Midori and Ameline are on B.
I always get placed in that side. Every single part. I'm always east.
Well, should make it easy to remember.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes I want to be west.
Oh, I did watch all of the story. At least the cutscenes.
What?
Spread like butter on toast.
You could have just left it at butter.
What about a nice toast in English?
Oh, can't go in right after the cast.
I just got hit by that last one.
Oh, dude. God damn it. Oh, no, wait. I do not like how big those everything are.
But don't look at the AoEs, just look at the floor.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying because it looks
Rescue
like
Midori,
I'm just
Midori died.
like that. Ah! Trying to rescue on a controller. Okay.
Spread.
Okay, you're killing me.
Literally.
What?
Oh, that thing.
I don't know how you would expect me to get all the way from that edge of that corner all the way up to north.
The bond of friendship will see you guys through.
Why don't you have to move that far there?
So if you just go to your quadrant during the giant circles falling, you don't have to run across the room afterward.
No, it was
except for the mechanic made us go to the corner. Dumbass.
Which one? Oh,
the one where
yeah,
there's only this little triangle is safe. That one.
So you want you to go from here. I can't see the room right now, but it's so dumb.
Wait, from where?
Whatever.
From here, you want you to go to like here. This is probably fine.
I hate you, boss.
I know. Oh, I'm fucked. Actually, everybody's fucked.
I have a better idea. I will stand somewhere else.
That does sound like a better idea.
Do the
I
tethers
was able
be
to dance around the
behind
last time. I
puddles?
could do it that time. Pardon?
Do the tethers leave behind puddles?
No, they're just like earth shakers almost.
The meteor things spawn in regular patterns. The tethers just shoot
They shoot a couple times?
a cone. They shoot once, a single cone.
Then could we send them to B&D? When do they go off?
We can't.
They go off between like meteor 3 and 4.
2 and 3. 2 and 3.
See, I'm glad somebody else can pay attention. Because I have no. Yeah.
So the two danger zones are specifically here-ish, here-ish.
Do the meteors start at the same spot every time?
Yes.
Yes. So how about between A and D and between B and C?
So we
That's
don't
where the
always get
tether should be.
targeted by the same one, right? So it's not like we can just have static positions for our tether.
Correct, because they the person that you're tethered to, or sorry, the source of the cone could be somewhere in the middle circle.
Alright, so you don't want to cross the room with it. Well, actually, is there a way to do it where that doesn't matter?
Well, because it's a cone, it'll hit wider if you are on the opposite side of the room.
Right.
And also, you want to keep the middle safe so that the people who don't have tethers, like I don't think the healers have tethers, they can stay in the middle.
Is there a world where we can have static positions in like a square around the middle, and then have the healers in them?
Yes.
I guess no, because then if one goes through the middle, then the healers just die if they're in the middle.
Wrong.
You just need to make sure that the you're not pointed at where the tanks are at the moment that they go off.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You just keep saying yes, but you haven't.
Well,
there's no context.
People keep coming back in, cutting back in. So you can stand here and here for 2 of the tethers, mirror position, and then just have the healers be the rotated position, right? Like there, and then flipped.
I mean, the healers could actually just stand directly in the middle. Yes.
No, because of the cone attack. Oh, but they're not in the middle, right? So
that's the whole point of pointing them out. Yeah.
Yeah, because the cones start where those whatever the Emiratians. I don't know what the fuck you would call them. I think that's where they start anyway.
So here's the question.
I don't have a lot of time to look when that happens.
The source of the cones is about right here, north, south, east, and west.
So are we going to drop the first 2 between B and C and the other 2 between D and A? Is that what we're aiming for it?
Yeah, I think we should just do our...
We can just make a priority system, right? Like, we'll just go to your side and then follow the party list left to right or something?
It's not clear to me that it matters which tether you get. Does it?
No, you can just stand next to, like... You don't have to be far away from the guy who you're tethered to. You can actually just stand right next to him, as long as you are not pointing the tether towards 1 or 2. I'll just make these are the like.
Is it random?
It is random.
Which ASEAN is sending out the tether first? Okay.
Well, I mean, all the tethers go off and go out at the same time, but which cardinal you are tethered to is random.
Oh, really?
I'm just wondering if it's the same order for the ASEAN's tethering to.
What do you mean?
Like if it's the south and north one first, or I don't know if
what do you mean by first? They all go off at the same time.
So there are 4 tethers out at the same time.
4 tethers. They're all out from the very beginning of that feat. So based on this, you should be able to just point your cone directly north, south, east, or west, depending on which one you're tethered to. North, south, east, and west, if Salenta is correct, will not hit any of the tanks.
Yep.
But you should stay inside the middle circle so that you don't end up in a meteor puddle.
Well, at least they're visually obvious, so...
Can I just say Midori's just like looking off into the endless like destruction?
Yeah, she does that.
Good screenshot. She just ponders life and stuff.
Alright, let's step out.
Okay, so what was the final verdict? We're going to try to aim ours east, west, north, and south?
Yeah, just aim them directly in the cardinal direction of the one that you're tethered.
Alright, so really just aim towards one of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Or can we just stand on the letter at that point? Or
as long as it's not in a meteor puddle.
Okay.
Not just in the meteor puddle. You don't want to be in the circle around the meteor puddle.
How big is the AoE around?
It's not big if they take them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as someone's taking it, it's not big.
It's about as big as the puddle.
Meteor towers have not changed since they were first introduced in Bahamut.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to repair if I load that fast enough. Oh, this is someone's private house. Oh wow.
I'm not sure exactly how quickly the cones fan, like how big is the arc. You just might want to be careful in the corners if about clipping each other. If it's kind of a weird pattern. But if you have already picked corners, then it hopefully should be very clear who your partner in that corner is going to be tethered to. There's not many combinations where it should be too bad. Did we pick corners
For what?
for the tether people?
The Cardinals.
Oh, they're actually just going to do the Cardinals.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that should work.
Because we'll be inner Cardinal when they go off.
Oh wait.
B.
Okay, you can stand way up there. You can totally get to the side.
Spread after this.
Whew, I had faith.
Bad faith.
Were you living on a prayer?
Whoa! Check to see where you're tethered. And then stand hug your Asian.
Yeah, he's heartbroken. He just needs a little hug. Oh no, my God.
What? Didn't get healed.
Shouldn't do that much.
How much did that do to me?
Normally they do 45,000 with a 20% cooldown.
Oh. He took 78 somehow.
You didn't have.
I'm pretty sure I had Rampart up.
Did you get clipped by a dart?
No, then
You know what?
you would take like 200,000.
Yeah, actually, I took 45, then 80, then 44, then 80.
Oh, so I guess it is different. Okay, good to know.
How did your guys' cones line up? Did you have a pretty good line?
Yeah,
mine was a bit off.
It turns out they're on diagonals and not on things, so you should still be on a. Well, it's like rotated by a quarter of a notch or something like that. So there's one that spawns next to B,
clockwise,
but
right?
it's So just go clockwise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this time DPS, watch where the tanks are now that you know what you're supposed to be doing. Because I'm not sure how you're supposed to adjust. I pop a stronger cooldown now. Problem is, Nebula doesn't last long enough.
Didn't they increase those ones by at least like 5 seconds to 50? Which I know is probably not. I don't know.
This is the worst one. Oh, I guess they both have the same name.
Don't move too soon.
Spring after this.
I'm down to 5%.
Better than most. Like most groups I have don't even they barely get it down to 10. I don't know if it's exactly 10 they get that.
Seems like it because it's happened at 9.
BD split.
I'll take D.
Watch your debuffs. And watch their swirlies around them.
Yeah, they won't move.
So you take the opposite color?
Yeah, hit the one that you don't have.
I need someone to take this red tether.
Oh.
I think they're switching. Change targets.
Is gonna hurt.
I mean, they've already casted it before.
Oh, that's not.
That was the second time.
Whew. Now on to more death.
Let's die to something new.
It's a long cast.
Universal manipulation. This is fucking etherochemical research facility again. Oh yeah, these things. Yeah. Stack the donuts.
We have debuffs
Oh,
beyond
have
death
Shriek.
and blight and forked lightning. I'm about to explode on.
Oh, fuck.
Shriek. That's right.
Oh,
Should have taken a screenshot of those debuffs. But yeah, there was someone who had an eyeball.
Light. Damage
2
equals
eyeballs of
other
forked
deaths
lightning.
are taken.
I think
Oh, it should be- Oh,
it's like next death stuff.
oh, and a stat. Okay.
Well, at least you guys, we didn't die to the donut part. That one usually gets people.
I don't know if we're supposed to all stack like that.
Well, I mean,
Not quite like that.
Well, some of us had a shriek.
Did all the people who have shrieks also have eyes? I mean, you have eyes, but
what's something about Bloodborne? You know, the eyes, the inside.
So I think obviously we want to get back there, but we want someone take a screenshot with all the debuff so that we can
just
look
doing
at what they are. Or are you looking through the video log?
Real quick while you're doing that, do we have any sort of system for grabbing those ice and fire tethers from people? Or do we want to make one or kind of wing it?
I always tried to get, because I can survive it if I put up my shield and stuff.
So 4 people get ice and 4 people get fire, right?
Seems
And
like
they're 2 tethers.
2 and 2.
It's 4 tethers total, right?
Yes, 2 and 2.
So should we just have? I don't know. Should the tank? Is it always a tank, a healer, and 2 DPS? Probably don't know that yet, huh?
Why don't we just have 4 ranged people do it?
I mean, I took one because
I don't think the tanks
no
get
problem.
tethers.
You guys didn't get either the ice or fire tethers either time?
Never.
Yeah, just have the range and whatever. Get it.
Yeah, because like
Okay,
healers
I got
and
to
stuff
that.
can take it as well. When as long as you get the opposite element, I don't think you're gonna die. I always pop my shield on myself to make sure.
Okay, so pause. Okay, so 4 people have sparks, and 4 people have shrieks. The people with sparks also have dooms. Or sorry, the people with the circles also have doom. And then the people with sparks also have some other purple debuff. And then they also have the thing, the knockback thing, where if you get hit, you get sent flying. So it's also the 4 shrieks are on the tanks and healers, and the lightning are on all the DPS. So DPS need to have a north, south, east, west split for the sparks. Let me play through this so I can see the timing of when they go off.
Wait, are you guys
Okay.
streaming this?
Yeah, so it happens like pretty much immediately. They all go off at the same time.
Salenta was the only tank that died. Or the only tank healer that died.
We can do our splits in E1.
I was definitely looking out.
You might have been stacked on top of someone.
I was way out.
I was looking out. I don't know if I had, because like I turned back and then, so I think I turned back too soon because I think I had an eye. I'm not too sure though.
The tanks and healers get streak. So yes, look away from the tanks and healers.
Okay, yeah. So I turned too quickly.
Also, it appears that tanks and healers are the ones that get the donuts also. So what you need to have is you need to have the tanks and healers are all in the middle, so that the donut has the widest thing, and they all need to be looking away from each other. And then outside of the tanks and healers need to be the DPS in the 4 cardinals at the edge of the donut ring. So
the inner edge or the outer edge?
The DPS need to be on the edge of the safe space inside the donut, looking out. That way you don't clip anybody with your little electric puddle. You also aren't looking at any of the people in the middle. Everyone should be looking out. So tanks and healers should have your cardinal splits, and then we'll rotate clockwise. So I will be at A, I guess it's Midoriya at B, Tyleet at, placeholder at C, and Tyleet at D.
Yep.
And we will basically be on the markers because or at least very close to the markers, because the tanks and healers should be like this close to each other, right?
Oh, oops, slip.
How close?
Wow.
Yeah, so like, basically like this, like you're just barely on the inside in your cardinal direction. Alright, let's try it.
Real quick again, how are we handling the ice and fire tethers? Ranger doing it?
Ranged.
Yeah.
But who's grabbing who's?
What am I doing at B?
You huh?
You said B. Is that my position for like my
D?
D. Okay.
D. So it should be your normal north, south, east, west split position. And you'll be as close to the marker as is safe within the donuts, facing outward.
Cool.
Yeah, for the tethers, it's just if you're ranged, go pick up a tether that is ranged or healer. Pick up a tether that is opposite your color, and expect that someone else will do you a solid and pick up the one that's going to.
Can you pick up 2 at a time, or just one? Okay.
Yep.
Harley got 3 at some point.
Well, I mean, can you survive having 2 of the opposite element?
No.
Can we just put them all on? Can we put them all on one person and just rest them afterwards?
Why?
Why?
It's just such a fucking easy mechanic. This is like dumb butt mechanics.
That would be too hard to do because even if the like cord you have runs into another player, they'd automatically get it. So you'd have to try to make everyone coordinate against that player. It would just be too. It would be more trouble to do it that way. There's many Lalas. A specific name. Give a name.
Wow.
Yeah, they just come in spare. But I mean, people, you know, they are potatoes, so you just plant more and you eventually get more.
I vote we kick this guy.
My facial hair is tingling.
Facial hair on Lalafels looks creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
Mission accomplished.
I mean, yeah, the goal is to look creepy.
Nope, just greedy.
It looks like
Oh, that's this one thing. That was close.
Wow, way to be greedy.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to the size of the orb. Oops.
Yeah, I think you're gonna.
I'm fine.
Alright, I think we can kill him this time. Oh, he didn't do his... Okay. Fine.
Skip Soar gets banned. I can see that becoming this phase where people are going to start demanding one. You have to skip the
Tank Buster?
Yeah.
Or just
whatever. What is it called? Ravenous something, I think.
It's called Tank Buster. Look, I can't be bothered to learn all these names.
Maybe that's why they just have fire and ice and stuff. The black mage is not just remembered.
I need to not use that there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nope. You all dead. You probably healed yourself.
No, it targeted you. It just didn't go off inside before it killed you. It was like almost like a split second. Like it was so close. Cause like I hit it and the cooldown started, but like the effect did not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those cases where it just was bad timing on my part.
Do they stay
Like,
still until they bring up the debuffs?
Yes.
Yes. I'll agree with the other guy.
This is the last poll.
Oh, okay.
If people want to learn this fight later, we can probably put something together tomorrow or Friday.
That's good anyway, because my gear is almost broken. So I accidentally entered somebody's house instead of the FC one.
I think my favorite part about the fire ice tethers is that I really have nothing to do during it, so I literally just get to stand there and watch you guys run around.
Oh.
Classy.
Yeah. The middle one got perfectly covered by the one from the outside as it fell.
Oh no. No.
Spread.
Oh no.
Oh. I'll move him in a second.
Why?
Actually, he's gonna move himself.
I think you're gonna get a tank buster.
Yep. But I have faith.
Only the first hit though.
Yeah, I think he should. Yeah. I almost kind of passed for a second. I was like, actually, I think he's gonna do it.
It's cool. Eos has got me.
Yeah.
Right? She's the only real healer.
I'm like, no one else is doing anything this entire phase. We're just watching people.
Yeah, same one there. That's faster.
That was the last pull.
Damn, or was I supposed to take that thing to not kill you? Because I couldn't find a safe spot.
I think I just got hit by the edge of it.
I was moving it over as far as I could.
Thanks for coming.
I guess you just gotta keep
Good night.
Good night.
Hi.
Is there somewhere else you could stand? Because like it's totally consistent for us as tanks. So instead of pointing him like directly outwards,
I think so you guys always go the same direction, right? So if
Yep.
one person is on your ass end and the other person's on the far side of where you're gonna be, it should be
Oh,
fine,
there's
right?
maintenance anyway.
Yeah,
like,
in
I
2
don't think
hours.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 2 hours. Which that's good to know because I'm Eastern Standard Time, so I don't usually know the time conversion.
Do we have any other plans for the rest of the week, or is this business as usual?
officially no.
Right. We got our normal clears. So I guess if you want to do either the fight that we were just doing or some other thing, you can post in the Discord LFG channel or in the FC Discord.
This fight, is this gonna be like a one and done type of thing? Is there any reason for us to farm it aside from like dragon?
No, it's just weapons, and the weapons are not as good as the weapons that you can get from tomes or from.
I would not mind.
But are they
some?
pretty?
No, they're like purple and kind of ugly. Well, that's my personal opinion.
I mean, they look okay, but I feel like they should if you're not going to give them a glow effect, at least let the crystal parts on them pulsate to kind of give them some kind of. Because I don't think they.
Do you have any of them?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have included. Like I've got to phase 4. I think it's phase 4 anyway. Because it's his final transformation. I think they could pull a sneaky and have that there be another one after it. But I've gone to Yulmore and looked at them, because I don't think.
Oh right, because you could see them there. Yeah. I forget that.
Because I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna have a cool effect, and I was like, oh, okay. Which I'd still need a weapon because I only have the 450. But if there's easier ways to get a better one.
Well, I got a lot of classes, and I don't have that many tomestones, so I'll probably want to farm it for some weapons.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad once you. I'm sure it's all fights where it's once you get it down, it's